Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. Jelly Roll with his sorry self. I have zero respect for him. I think I wasn't even following him anyway, but if I thought about following, I'm unfollowing him. What the wackest dude in America today is Jelly Roll. But anyway, he took some more cheap shots at Donald Trump. I didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday, but we're going to talk about it today. And then in his canter, might sue the Chicago Sky for them kicking him out of the game unnecessarily. I think it was completely wrong. He had a shirt like this on, and they decided to kick him out of the game. How are they going to kick you out of the game when you support women? All right, Trump renamed Lake Ontario, Lake America. Thank God Donald Trump is the president. Before we get to that, we have to talk about this good commercial. And I will just say this because I'm sick of the stupidity. This is the dumbest outrage I've ever heard in my life. And if you are mad at Good because of this commercial, you are stupid, my friend. Welcome to the show.
I want everybody in this room to have that same spirit, that same identity carried in your life.
Make sure that you go through life and find your purpose.
And we don't do this just to get a pat on the back. We do it because we came here to win.
And it starts with you understanding that God has a purpose for you.
This is the time to be more bold than ever before.
We're all Americans at the end of the day, and we should love one another. We should be focused on what's right for our country.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. I want to tell you guys about this shirt real quick. If you want to go to tatumstore.com, pick you up one of these shirts because people are too silly these days and they don't even know what a woman is. So we got the definition for them. Check it out. All right, we can also show you a little graphic if you want to see it. Boom. This is men are not women. We got to change that. It says make men men again, but it says men are not women is the definition on that shirt, and then we have one that looks like this. All right, let's get to the topic, baby. Members, thank you so much for all the members. I want to make sure I thank you guys every single time I do a show because I appreciate you guys and what you guys have brought to the table, helping us do incredible things, and we have a lot more incredible things to do moving forward. If you're not subscribed to my Substack, make sure you go onto Substack, download Substack. You're already on Substack, hit subscribe. Make me one of your people, all right? It's free, so go ahead and check it out. Podcast, if you don't have me downloading your podcast, you're missing out on the truth in your ear bones. So make sure you download the podcast, The Officer Tatum Show, on the podcast network. Also, I want you guys to meet me in Florida at the Florida Fish House. This is an incredible event. First time I've ever done something like this. This is the first time that I've done an event where it's all me. I'm always nervous to do this. I'm like, I hope people show up. But people are buying these tickets, and I love it, and I appreciate it. And we're going to have a wonderful time. Day one, September the 16th, is going to be a bourbon tasting, 5-course meal, bourbon infused with my company, Verdict Bourbon. And then the second day, put that back on the screen. And the second day is a evening with Officer Tatum. We're going to have a really good time. We're going to talk about all the things you guys love for me to talk about, and we're going to do a Q&A. It's going to be fun. We're going to be in Florida, right on the water. You name it, it's there. Make sure you sign up. Link is in the description section. All right, let's get to the first topic. Good. Let me say this real quick. Good. I want to tell you guys right now that I support you guys. Y'all did nothing wrong. You shouldn't have never apologized because these people are stupid. And all these other companies are woke and they're stupid. And it's the reason why they want to break their relationship with you over this sorry commercial. I do not understand. I watched the commercial. I ain't never seen the commercial. Nick showed me the commercial. And I said, what? They apologize over that? They insinuated they pushed the girl down, and you can tell it's spooky music, so they trying to make it into a thing. Are y'all willing to cancel every movie where a woman get pushed down or killed, murdered, you name it? George Floyd robbed a woman at gunpoint, and y'all got statues of him, but Good got to get canceled from a commercial y'all didn't like. You got to be stupid. All right, come on. You got influencers out here talking, and I'm finna get you, young lady. Let's hear what she got to say. And then I'm going to show you why I have zero respect for her, and she should shut her mouth telling anybody how to act. Roll the clip.
So there
Hold on, what's her name? Claire Hogle. I just got to call you out because you wrong for this, Claire. You just buying into the momentum against these boys, probably because you're a leftist. Roll the clip.
It's recently an ad, which was a massive L, which depicted shoving a woman to the ground and then intimidating her. like not being aware of sexism, violence against women, femicide, like
Hold on, talking about. She say femicide? Did she say femicide? What is femicide? Somebody looked at definition of material. What is? I never heard of that. They just make up words every day. Femicide.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Femicide is the intentional killing of women or girl because of her gender. Now, this is just this is from the unwomen.com website.
Wait till y'all see this commercial. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna get. Wait till y'all see this commercial. You tell me femicide, domestic violence. What are y'all talking about? Let her finish. Roll it.
of sexism, violence against women, femicide, like it's just crazy. And then while we're at it, like racism, homophobia, ableism, like all the isms, bro. But that's golf. And like, it really is a blind spot. The blind spot is so massive. I know that I still have blind spots. We're raised in a culture that gives us blind spots to the experiences of people that aren't us, that don't have the privileges that we experience.
Privileges?
The right call to realizing that you have a blind spot isn't calling everyone else soft or a snowflake. It's going, oh crap, I didn't think about it that way. I didn't realize that your existence is so different from mine and that you feel less safe or that you don't feel welcome or that you feel like a second-class citizen. That's the right answer to it, is to be shocked that you didn't know of someone else's experience, which is totally understandable.
All right. I can't even listen to more of what she said. I guess she goes on to talk about the objectification of women. First of all, her parents should be ashamed of themselves. I hope they're alive. If they're not alive, when they were alive, they should have been ashamed of themselves. How do you raise human beings like this? Now, this woman is out here talking all this noise about good and saying all these things about objectifying women and all the little talking points for leftist nut jobs. Look at her social media. Look at her golf social media. Come on, put the pictures up there. Explain to me, are people watching your golf? Are they watching you sexualize golf? You can't even wear this in real life in golf. Professionals do not dress like this. It's inappropriate. What does this have to do with golf? What does this have to do with golf? This is called, ladies and gentlemen, this is called the sexualization of the sport. You are participating. With the logic that this young lady has, nobody's definitely watching her for logic, and they not watching her for her golf stroke. But they the first ones to bash good. Now let's get to the good ad. I just had to throw that out there. I can't stand these hypocrites. You do the marginalized people and racism and sexism, and you contributing to the delinquency of women's golf. Did we get the picture of a real woman that's a professional golfer? How many pictures we got? Oh, we got a video. All right, roll it. This is how they dress. Real women's golf, professionals. This is how they dress. Okay, we'll watch a little bit of it. I wish it was faster. I know they let them wear dresses, but let's see it. Just real quick, I got to make the point. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at her mom and them. All right, so at some point, women do wear dresses, but they have to wear, skirts, they have to wear them down to right above their knees. You will not see a professional with their chi-chis out and their booty cheeks out every time they do a golf swing. You are a hypocrite, and you deserve to be criticized for your hypocrisy. All right, let's get to the good ad. Roll it. This is what they mad at.
Do not touch my new driver. I don't get the big deal. It says a driver. Johnny, no. No. Johnny, no. Don't do it. John. No. Don't do it. No, no, please, no, don't. Johnny, Johnny.
Are you okay?
It's over. He's gone.
What's happening?
I quit the internet. I quit the internet. I'm finna quit. Y'all, everybody go home. We finna quit. How are y'all mad at that commercial? Yeah, because what happens is you believe women should be treated equal, but then they're special endangered species. Like if you're equal to men, then him pushing her is no different than him pushing another man, right? Oh, no. But you want special treatment, but equal treatment at the same time. Y'all silly. Come on, let's look at some more commercials. Since Good got canceled, they sure need to get canceled on this one. Y'all remember this? Roll it.
When we asked Reebok to send us Terry Tate, some people thought we were crazy. But I'm a firm believer in paradigm breaking, outside the box thinking.
Hey, buddy.
Break was over 15 minutes ago, Mitch!
And since Terry's been with us, our productivity has gone up 46%. We're getting more from our employees than ever before.
You know you need a cover sheet on your TPS reports, Richard. That ain't new, baby.
Hey, Terry.
Hey, Janice.
But what's really impressed me is how Terry's become part of the Felcher family.
You get high, baby.
He fits right in here.
Now, hold on. He is blowing up women in this commercial. Smack, coma, CTE. They just act like they pushed the girl down and y'all mad. Come on, give me another commercial.
Welcome to 4580.
Welcome to 45. Wait. What's the street name again?
All right, let's go ahead and get this wrapped up and get all the repairs completed.
Tell him I said no repairs.
I think this went really great. Thank you. It was a pleasure working with you, and thank you for using Silly
Ooh. Football
All right.
and real estate.
Now they don't get canceled. What have we devolved to as a nation? Is that really so offensive? Y'all watching a movie every night, women getting killed and all kind of stuff. Come on, let's go to his second. Oh, no, we'll play this. Because some of these wussies decided to cancel the Good with deals they had with Good sponsorships, and they canceled them. Listen to what this wussy said let me not say that. Lord help me, I'm trying to be a good Christian. Listen to this wuss. Roll the clip.
Do you believe Good took enough accountability after this whole Callaway debacle?
I think initially, no. I think what we saw was concerning. Is clearly not aligned with PGA Tour values. We take it very seriously.
Hold on, time out. Was Tiger Woods on a PGA Tour? Am I tripping, or didn't he get in a domestic violence situation with his wife? Did he cheat on his wife and flip his car over? And hasn't he gotten 3 DUIs or something crazy like that? Am I tripping? And I promise he ain't the only one. Remember, Nick, your boy got arrested the other day. Remember he got arrested. You said it was a false arrest. Scotty Scheffler got arrested. He at the PGA Tour. So how is the PGA Tour saying this is not what we stand for? And some of their players have been arrested. Tiger Woods cheating on his wife and all kind of crazy stuff. And these dudes do a commercial and you do a press conference. Let him finish.
I think their initial response was disappointing. It was a bit defensive and late. But I think the responses are getting better. I think we've seen some things this morning.
I can't. The wussification of men is just oozing out. Come on, next clip. And here's a statement from Callaway, who they did a partnership with the driver. The CEO came out and made a statement, and then Callaway, I think, capitulating to stupidity. Go back to the Callaway thing. They had made a commitment. Well, I see right here. We are committed to $1 million supporting organizations working to prevent violence against women. They acted like they pushed her down. It was an act. They act like they really pushed this girl. They acted like they pushed her in a commercial. It was not even real. She didn't even get touched. And they got these boys out here apologizing. We're going to make $1 million donation to domestic violence. What? Oh, Lord Jesus, help us. All right, here's the good. I don't want his first apology. I want his second apology. The second apology. Roll it.
Wanted to talk a little bit about Alexis.
Because time out. Here's the hypocrisy. Because on here, Nick, doesn't he show him he didn't push the girl? It's the first one. Okay, let me play the second one, then I'll go to the first one. I'm gonna play this one because I want y'all to see the hypocrisy. There's claiming that the good and did something violent to this girl, and they're gonna donate money to domestic violence and all this stuff, and everybody trying to cancel their connection with good. But look at how they treating the girl that was in the ad because she participated in it. Roll the clip.
Was in this ad, as we all were told to be a part of this ad, playing a character, and she has been receiving a lot of hate, as we all are, as myself, but specifically Alexis. I want to talk about and say that there are some things that I'm reading and seeing that I think are completely uncalled for. I am going to call some people out in this situation. First off, her DMs. Her DMs have been, I think, completely unacceptable. And comments, I'll read a comment here for you guys. Hope someone beats you after your round. That one's on Alexis's post. To me, feels a little backwards for people that are advocating for no violence and abuse of any sort. That one doesn't feel right to me. I'm going to read another one that, from my perspective, was hard to see. And I know Alexis is struggling with a lot of this. And the reason I'm kind of bringing some light to this is if you guys have any hatred or comments that you're wanting to send our way, put it towards good. Put it towards me personally. I can handle it. If you want to leave them in these comments, you're welcome to. Alexis then also got a DM. You don't deserve to be a woman, little Miss Alexis Mystowski. Get the F off the planet now, you little effing loser. I'm not gonna, but yeah. Consider yourself a man. You are not welcome with any women. I'm not gonna say the next thing. You're so ugly inside and especially out. Pathetic little baby girl. There are hundreds of these messages and comments, circulating about her specifically.
All right, I think y'all got the point. He goes on in his first apology. He apologized for everything. I want y'all to fast forward me to where he didn't push her, and he kind of explained that, if you guys can. But the funny thing is that women will go out and sit on the side of the road and cry and record themselves being connected to Clancy, who killed her kids. And then a girl in a good commercial gets backlash. I don't understand. What is this world coming to? They should be rallying. She's the victim in this. They should be rallying around her. Instead, they want her to die because she was associated with this. And I'm going to tell y'all there's a bigger plot here. Let me play this clip and I'm going to tell you what. Roll it.
The first thing that we're told is Alexis, you're going to go grab Garrett's driver. Once you get close to basically touching his driver, Garrett is then going to sense that you're close to possession of the obsession of the driver. And he's going to run over there and fake tackle you. I didn't actually tackle Alexis. I know a lot of people do think that. I didn't do that. I know most people probably knew that it was a complete skit and that I didn't actually tackle a woman. So I want to say that first. I never would, and I didn't. So first things first, do not touch my driver. Actually had to retake that one a few times. Do not. I'm not an actor. I know that it very much so came across as
I think we get it. Good. Hey, I support y'all. Forget these fools. Forget these haters. Let's do some business together. Maybe we can make some good stuff. I don't know. But what I will say is that I'm sick of y'all being soft and weird. And I wish that Good wouldn't even apologize. I like the explanation because it kind of gives clarity. She was laughing. They were laughing. It's all good. Y'all favorite celebrities beating their women up and y'all still got them. Y'all hold them in high esteem. But all right. I don't think did this next Jelly Roll get accused of domestic violence? Come on, look it up. All right, let me give y'all, before we get to Jelly Roll's sorry self, he lost his weight and his mind at the same time. I'm going to tell you guys about Shinergy. If you're looking for an energy drink that is healthy, 75 milligrams of caffeine, a lot of vitamins and nootropics in it that help you get sustainable energy or keep sustainable energy throughout the day. And then Shinergy Night, which is a system where you get good quality sleep. It has ashwagandha in it. It has melatonin in it, only 1 milligram of melatonin. We don't overdo the melatonin. It has a lot of magnesium in it, a lot of great qualities. I'll tell you what, I did my blood work. My blood work came back, and my vitamins and all of the things that we put in Shinergy made my stuff A1. One thing I want to add to Shinergy is we need vitamin D in Shinergy. That's the only thing we can add, but everything else have my numbers looking amazing. That's because our product is good and it works. ShinergyLife.com, ShinergyLife.com. Get your products today. Let's go to Jelly Roll real quick. You have anything about Jelly Roll?
Yes. So there is no reported evidence of domestic violence. There are accusations of severe domestic abuse. But just so we're clear, Jelly Roll went to jail for, it was a robbery conviction and then a drug conviction. No domestic violence in there.
But an accusation of domestic violence
Correct.
from his girlfriend that just divorced him, or a wife that just divorced him, or whatever the case may be. So if y'all going to keep consistent, the mere accusation of domestic violence from a person who's been to prison, y'all don't care about that, but good doing a commercial. Okay, I just had to put that out there. Now let's get to Jelly Roll. I can't stand this dude. I don't like him. I hope that everybody who liked him, that was that's a conservative, liked him because of his alleged support for Donald Trump, that they just unfollow this dude. That's just my opinion. You don't have to do nothing I say. I don't care. That's just my opinion. Why do you say that? In this world, there's real ones and there's fake ones. And when somebody show you who they are, believe them. This is the fakest thing that I've ever seen, or one of the fakest things I've ever seen from a person who claimed to be a celebrity. I was at the fight when I saw him walk up to Donald Trump. It is up on his armpit. Love you, man. President, you want to dap up the president? I saw you do it. I was there. And then you come on here and do this. You fake it in a $3 bill. All right, roll the clip.
Let's talk about the main event of
Hold
America
on, is this the one
week.
from yesterday? All right, we're going to start from him because we were supposed to do this yesterday. So we're going to play a couple and then we're going to get you up to speed on the third one to what he said more recently. But this is how it started. Roll the clip.
Let's talk about the main event of America this weekend. It was the big IndyCar race hosted by the president. The cars drove through the streets of D.C., and there's Donald Trump, who apparently has never held a flag before. What a job that. How do you
Time out. Just put this in perspective. No president has ever done this. Donald Trump is a boss. He hosted Indy. All right, roll the clip.
up waving a flag? But the president seemed to enjoy the IndyCar race, which was a real switch up for him because normally he only likes his own race. Trump also drove around the track in his motorcade doing what they call the lap of honor, which sounds like a loyalty program at a strip club. 5% cash back in the champagne room for all lap of honor members. Sadly, those are the only laps Trump's been doing lately. According to the Washington Post, a lot of doctors are worried about the president's weight. After his last physical, we found out Trump gained 14 pounds, which means he's now tipping the scales at almost 240. It's crazy.
6'2", 240 ain't that big. This fool lost 300 pounds. I mean, goddamn, you talking about somebody? That's like a crackhead talking about George Floyd. All right, roll the clip.
Think about this, y'all. In the last few years, I've lost 300 pounds. That means I've lost an entire Donald Trump. And let's be honest, based on his approval ratings, it seems like most of the country wants to do the same thing.
You got the
We
popular
should take
vote.
it easy, y'all. We shouldn't be making fun of the president for his weight because we know that he would never do that to other people.
I don't speak badly about somebody's physical disability, but he's got the biggest stomach I have ever seen.
He's actually fatter than ever.
The mayor is incompetent, and the governor is
a big fat slob. Meat Hoffman, big fat slob.
I told you I have a friend of mine. He's fat as you never saw a guy like this. He said Chris Christie's a fat pig. You cannot do that. Chris Christie is not a fat pig. He is not a fat pig. He's not a fat pig. Don't call him a fat pig.
Sir, in the back, don't call him a fat pig, okay? I don't talk about people being fat. I refuse to talk about the fact that he's a fat slob. I don't mention it.
Now, hold on. The difference between that and that is Donald Trump is joking in jest, and some of that he is expressing. You trying to convert this into a joke thing, and you're just being punitive towards Trump. Trump's was actually funnier than the jokes that you trying to tell. Put the next clip up. So he goes back to Jimmy Kimmel with with volume 2 of the humiliation ritual. Roll the clip.
I'm so sweaty right now, it's like the east wing of the White House in my pants. My ballroom is an absolute disaster. Thank you, Cleetone. I did a couple of jokes like that last night in case y'all didn't hear about it, and it's because I'm hosting a damn late night show. That's where you talk about the news and you make jokes. But I guess apparently because I did it, it really messed with people's heads. This was actually a headline, y'all. Jelly Roll stuns Jimmy Kimmel Live audience with multiple jabs at Trump. Didn't see this coming. I have to say, as a former felon, a drug dealer who has lost 300 pounds, has tattoos all over his face, and won 3 Grammys, this is the weirdest thing I've ever done to stun people. What a turn of events. Who would have guessed I'd get in more trouble with the president than Rosie O'Donnell? I love you, Rosie. Thanks for having my back today, baby. Some folks online were upset that I didn't treat the president with reverence and dignity. But I want to remind y'all that I go by the name Jelly Roll. I don't even treat myself with reverence and dignity. One day I looked in the mirror and said, "You, my friend, are a pastry." Frankly, I think most people were just surprised that I had any opinions at all. They see a guy that looks like me and assume the only opinion I have is whether I prefer my meth crystal or classic. Now, let's be honest for a second. Any U.S. president should be able to handle a few jokes, right? Yes, they should. They should also be able to handle gas prices, health care, and the occasional international conflict. But beggars can't be choosers. Look, y'all, I get it that some people are mad at me for goofing on Trump. But if you wanted me to make jokes about Kamala Harris, you should have voted for her. So for those who threatened to stop listening to my music based on my comments last night, I just want to say with conviction, go right ahead, because I'm going to keep speaking my truth or my name isn't Post Malone.
I didn't get that one. I'm going to keep speaking my truth. Oh, well, everybody know you're not him, but tell me, but honestly, like, those jokes weren't even that funny. Like, if you're gonna, and then the funny thing is that, are you gonna, let's talk about Obama next. Will you talk about Obama, white man? Are you that bold to talk about Obama? I promise I'll shut up, and if we post this video, I'll take it down. If he does a skit about Obama. You gotta talk about Obama, you gotta talk about Michelle, because you was talking about sweating in the East Wing. Come on, talk about, do all that, and then I'll shut up. You a comedian. You would do it. But we know you won't do that. It's okay to bash Donald Trump. It's not okay to bash them leftists. You're not going to talk about Gavin Newsom. You're not going to talk about Kamala Harris. Only thing you'll say is that vote for her. I respect him more if he did a skit and he was hitting everybody. But they only going after Trump because it's midterms. It's all political. It's not comedy. Here's his last one.
By the way, I can't
It's the
believe
latest one? Or roll it.
Out of all the jokes I've told the past few nights, the one that really seemed to make people mad about what I said about the president was when I said he was overweight. I thought fat on fat crime was okay. I mean, we can debate whether this president is mentally fit, but I think we can all agree he is certainly not physically fit. But I hope I can inspire the Donald man. If I can lose all that weight, he can too. And in fact, there is a new medication on the market designed specifically for him.
Is your obesity making it difficult for you to focus on the things you love?
I love McDonald's.
Does your butt bulge in ways that defy the laws of physics?
There's so much fat. Tremendous fat.
Introducing Don.
Here's the thing that's weird to me. When is it okay to make fun of a person being fat? Because when Trump did it, they mad at him. When Trump say it, they mad. If I get on here and call Lizzo fat and everything, everybody, they call it fat shaming. But he can go on national TV and fat shame Donald Trump. But when he was 400 pounds, you would be in trouble if you went out and fat shamed him. You gonna talk about the president of the United States like this? I just don't get it. I find it distasteful as somebody who's doing this to Barack Obama, especially if it wasn't funny. It's so disgusting, I don't even want to watch the rest of it. Is it worth watching? All right, we'll finish watching it. They say y'all want to see it. Roll.
Jaro, a once daily injection that goes right into your presidential ass and reduces cravings so you can get right back to the executive orders that matter most.
Can I have 30 milkshakes?
Side effects may include meeting drowsiness, irritability, confusion, bruising of the hands, massive cankles, and orgasmic grunting. Ask your Dr. Oz if Donjaro is right for you. Donjaro.
It's a fat shot drug.
From the makers of Viagra.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
Wouldn't it be nice to see Trump lose something besides the war, his popularity, and most of his marbles? And just so we're clear, I believe in you, Mr. President. With a little hard work, one day your waistline will be just as thin as your skin.
You know, it's crazy because this guy came out and did, like, what people don't realize, and I think the leftists, they love it, is that this is not comedy. This is political trash talking, framed as comedy, with a light that says clap, 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 clap at these jokes. But I hope you have thick skin, because we're going to come after you. Just know that. All right, let's get to the next one. I want to tell you guys about the best bourbon in the game. Go to verdictbourbon.com if you want to see the reviews. People are in love with Verdict Bourbon. I'm telling you what, we were trying to see which one would compete better or which one would be better. Guilty is a straight bourbon, the traditional way you would drink bourbon, but way smoother than any bourbon you've ever had, especially for $59.99 for sure. But smooth as bourbon, traditional. The Not Guilty has brown sugar in it. It's not that artificial, weird taste that some of these flavored bourbons have. No, it is authentic, natural brown, not natural, but it's brown sugar, and it's not synthetically put into the drink, so you taste it as brown sugar and bourbon. The best brown sugar or flavored bourbon I've ever had in my life by far. Go look at the reviews and you'll agree. Verdictbourbon.com, verdictbourbon.com. All right, let's get to Enes Kanter saying that he might sue Chicago Sky. Wrote a clip.
Now, after the Chicago Sky banned Enes Kanter Freedom from their arena following an altercation with one of the other players in which he was allegedly verbally assaulted. We'll get his side in a minute. For cheering for Sophie Cunningham. I like Sophie Cunningham. She's got a lot of guts. Now, Kanter Freedom sent a letter now to the WNBA requesting a review of the incident that led to his ejection, as well as he wants a ticket refund. And tonight, the Chicago Sky principal owner, listen to this statement, addressed the decision. And when asked why Kanter Freedom wasn't given a warning, he said, quote, to use an extreme example, when you shoot a gun at someone, you don't get a warning. Your action doesn't deserve a warning. That's a comparison. Former NBA player himself, Enes Kanter Freedom, is here with more. All right, I've looked at the tape. I wasn't there, but I looked at it. I looked at it very closely. And what I see was late in the third quarter, Chicago Sky player Natasha Cloud turned from the court. From what I can see, she approached you, seemed to be yelling at you, cursing at you, is what the reports I've read. What happened?
So thank you for having me, brother. So at the end of the third quarter, right, they put Sophie Cunningham in, which was my friend. She shot a three. I literally put my hand up in the air to celebrate it. The next position, Natasha Clark came back and said, she's not going to sleep with you. Literally, as soon as I heard that, I turned around to my manager. I'm like, did she really said that? The next position, she came back. I was like, I'm not here to sleep with her. I'm actually trying to support my friend. And then the next position, obviously, she came back. She started using a lot of F-bombs. The sad thing is there were a lot of kids on the stand, and she's actually loved by the Chicago fans. So that was unacceptable. I literally simply got out and put my hand up in the air. I was like, listen, I'm here to protect women and support my friend, Sophie Cunningham. And then they threw him out of the game.
Now, that is funny because I didn't know that she had engaged with him at different possessions. The way he talked is kind of off a little bit, but I guess the first possession he came down, Sophie Cunningham hit a three. It was scissor hands, got mad because and said she ain't gonna sleep with you, and it's probably because she wants Sophie to sleep with her, and so she mad at him. That sounds like something a dude to say, bro. She ain't gonna sleep with you anyway. And one of the Edward Scissorhands is gonna get out there and say, she ain't gonna sleep with you. And he like, what is she? Did she really say about me sleeping with Sophie? Who's thinking about sleeping because she hit a three? Because she hit a three. Somebody talk about sex because she hit a three. And these ghetto, sorry, I'm telling you right now, the WNBA, because if you could dunk, you could be ghetto, right? You can do domestic violence and everything if you could dunk according to the NBA. You could get DUIs, all kind of stuff. You could have a gun, take a gun in a strip club. You could do whatever you want to do if you could dunk from the free throw line. But when y'all can't really make consistent layups and you can't even dunk at all, and the baddest chicks in the league are two white girls, that messed their whole thing up. They want the WNBA to be the NBA 2.0. That means that they hooking up with women just as much as NBA players. That's what they want it to be. Ugly, gay women. That's what they want it to be. And they don't want to be ugly, black, gay women. And since some good-looking white girls then showed up and hitting threes from half court, now they whole system messed up. Because they want you to believe, and they be doing it, I think it should be researched. I think that some women basketball players should be investigated. They are responsible for turning out so many women when they get to college. When I was at the University of Arizona, it's a thing. They are turning these girls gay. And I don't even think they want to be gay. I think they coercing women to be gay. When I was at the University of Arizona, the finest girl at the University of Arizona was a basketball player. She was one of them. Before you know it, she with a big Samoan on the basketball team. And everybody like, how did she get that girl? You come in straight, you leave women basketball gay. Probably 40% of the time. I ain't lying. Ask anybody that know anything. How they doing that? They taking advantage of these girls. They getting them in there. They rubbing on their backs. They listening to them talk about their boyfriends, and they go, oh, sweetheart, come over my house and we can hang out. Turning these girls out. Y'all should be looking into that. While they out here talking about women, believe all women, all this stuff. And you look into these girls, man, they out here turning them out. That's predatory, in my opinion. But anyway, if you knew how to dunk, lower the goal a little bit, do a windmill 360, and I'll show up and buy a courtside seat. But until then, let these women have their own sports. Quit begging for more money if you ain't making the money, because y'all still owe the NBA for the last 30 years of them subsidizing. You ain't getting paid no more money. Let the endorsements pay you. Quit comparing yourself to men, because high school boys will come and destroy almost every team in the WNBA. I wish I was a billionaire. I'll put the money up. I'd be like, I give everybody $1 million to play this game. Give me a high school, give me a team in Texas. and play against the best all-star team, all the best WNBA players on one team. Let's get the best high school all around team, and let's play the WNBA. The score would be like 125 to like 14. I give y'all 40. Y'all score 40 because they're gonna get tired of scoring so many points. So in the fouls and free throws y'all might get. So I say 120, 130 to like 40. I put my whole career on it. When I was in high school, go look this up. Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School. We had Coach Hughes was the most winningest basketball coach in basketball history in high school. We had dudes jumping over people's head doing windmill dunks. Everybody on the team could dunk. I'm talking about 360 dunks, windmill, through the leg dunks, except the center. He's the only one that couldn't dunk. And he could dunk, but he wasn't doing all that. We used to go to the game and dunk so hard in the halftime, the refs made us stop dunking in the pregame. The 2004, 2003, 2002 Dunbar High School basketball team would run through the WNBA. Run through the WNBA like a street taco.
I was going to tell you, the Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School, the all-time record on December 30th, 2003, Coach Robert Hughes won his 1,274th game, passing Morgan Wooten to become the winningest high school basketball coach in U.S. history.
Coach Hughes, Dunbar High School, best basketball team ever. And they were cold as blood, man. And some of them, man, they couldn't get their life together. That's why they didn't play in the NBA. Because I think Lance could have played in the NBA. Lance easy could have played in the NBA. Jermis went to college. He played at Georgia Tech. But Lance jumped over Jermis' head and dunked on testing day. With basketball shorts on, he was sagging. He had to have a 50-inch vertical leap. That dude was one of the crazy, and we were in high school. Go look it up. Go look up the team. Dunbar High School, 2002, 3, 4, and then 5 was decent. But the other teams were crazy. And look this up while you're at it. Dunbar High School. I forget her name now. She was a freshman in high school. I think this was 05. They won the state championship. Dunbar High School girls basketball. I forget her name now. She was a freshman dunking. She dunked in the championship game as a freshman. I can't think of her name now. We're going to look it up. Because I was a senior at that time, but she was a freshman, dunked at the championship game. They won the state championship. No, not Brooklyn. Brooklyn Pope. Was it Brooklyn Pope? I got to see the picture of her. Give me another name. It probably was Brooklyn. It probably was Brooklyn. Yep. It was Brooklyn. Yeah, Brooklyn. You see, he reading it. Y'all heard it. She was 6'1" and dunked. Freshman. On a fast break at the championship game. It was Brooklyn. Anyway, we had talent at Dunbar, I ain't gonna lie. We had 9 D1 players. 4 of us were All-Americans. And you know who was our coach, our football coach? A white man. I just want to throw that out for you haters. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. What is these two? I can't hear you. Oh, okay. Cancer with the lawsuit. Let's roll that.
You know, all you're asking for, which I find interesting, is you want a refund of your ticket. Now, if you look at according to the WNBA, any physical or verbal altercation with a fan is treated as conduct detrimental to the game. And they have the authority, the WNBA office holds the authority to issue heavy fines or multi-game suspensions for players who cross the line in berating or cursing spectators. Yet she only got support from her coach. I don't see the WNBA doing a thing. I would argue that you probably have a case of discrimination against the WNBA Number one, for being kicked out. Number two, for being banned. Maybe the message, if that owner is going to respond that way and compare you to a shooter, what's your reaction to him? Will you now consider maybe further legal action?
You know, Sean, I played 11 years basketball in NBA, and I know the rules. I simply got to put my up in the air. And I did not cross over the baseline or sideline, and we're not allowed to touch any players, obviously, the fans. So I didn't break any rules. So for them to come out and throw me out of the game, and literally, you know, they said his actions was equal to shooting a gun. I just cannot believe it. I don't know who is his PR person, but they're doing a terrible job. So we might be looking into a lawsuit for sure, because this is unacceptable, and this is not what a sportsmanship look like. Natasha Cloud should be the one that's thrown out of the game or get fined. We wrote to Commissioner and the task force. We are waiting for them to hear back, but this is just unacceptable. This is not what a sportsmanship look like. So we'll just wait to see what happens.
And they actually have a WNBA fan code of conduct as well. A spectator, by the way, should be issued a warning for any alleged violation before being forced to leave the game.
Exactly.
Were you issued I read you were not issued a warning. Is that true?
Not at all. Not at all. Listen, they threw me out of the game immediately. And when I say, listen, I didn't even cuss at her. I just literally was there to just support my friend. It just, they know they're in the corner right now. They know what they did wrong. So we're definitely going to look in some lawsuit and see what happens. But it's just sad to see all the kids out there had to see Natasha Cloud dropping F-bombs and acting wild. But I just hope that she can check herself.
I said for you, ghetto. I saw at the press conference, not in personally, I seen it online. Ghetto. And then she made fun of, do we have that clip? Tasha Cloud, whatever her name is. Remember she was in that press conference talking, she was talking about gay people. She said men throwing the willies on the court, you gay if you do that. Pretty much disparaging gay people, making a pejorative about being gay. If we don't got it, that's fine. Y'all saw that ghetto girl on there. Just ghetto. Now, see, y'all, we y'all doing all that. Have a little decorum. You're an adult. I don't understand why people won't say they throwing the things on the court. I wouldn't know if they weren't talking about it, because nobody's watching the game, really. But they throw it on the court, just don't talk about it. Have some maturity. You think Michael Jordan would have been talking about this stuff? No, he'd been like, the game, we did this and this and this, we need to improve on the game. They keep pressing you, go, what are we talking about? I didn't see it. Now the game is this way and this way. This dude, he jumped up and did this. So let's talk about the game. We don't have the clip. But anyway, y'all could probably find it. I think we put it on social media. But anyway, we're not going to do post-show clarity today. We'll do it tomorrow. For those of you who are members, I've been traveling a lot. Y'all probably didn't even know I went to D.C. the other day. Me and the wife, I haven't slept in days. So forgive me. I love you anyway. We're going to do post-show clarity tomorrow. And make sure you join the Substack. I'm really trying to get my Substack up. If you're interested in it, I just want you to know we have a Substack available. All right, love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. We out of here.